Hey guys, what's up? Oasis here in the middle of an alliance war with Cybertron Command. And Cybertron Command are a top 10 Autobot alliance in the game. Very tough bases here. First base Iron Chef. All of these bases are going to be very hard and complicated. I don't think anybody on Mayhem Attack Squad has made it through all the bases on their first attempt as of yet. So HQ-14 and bots our guns are all pretty high level here. Want to go ahead and take this on and see how we can do here. One of the mistakes sometimes people will make is see that first base in an alliance war and assume that you can take your C team in or your D team in and pull off the win. But it doesn't always happen, especially against these high-powered bases. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a regular strong team in here. And that should be enough for the win. We'll speed through here. And the first base is down. So let's take a look at what we have here for the second base. Ultra Magnus. So I'm going to scout this out. So he has a nice little cluster in back with his outposts up front with a ton of resources in the very front. A lot of people like hiding their resources in back because they don't want to give away the free points. But with this strategy, as you can see, he kind of is willing to give away a few free points for the extra defense that he gets from those harvesters and stuff that he has up front. So I'm going to change things up just a tiny bit. I want to add a Scourge in here. And let's try this team. I'm going to try to deploy in the corner up here to avoid those outposts if at all possible. And let's see if I do a Megatron rush up the side, what that looks like. Go straight to the HQ, taking out all those guns up there, pulls me up the sides, and then the gunner should be able to finish that thing off without touching the outposts. So, not a bad design, but you kind of need to get your outposts popping to, otherwise the base becomes somewhat easy. So you want to be careful for the Megatron rush on skirting around the outside. Base number 3 is Omega Supreme. I'm going to scout this guy out. Okay, Omega Supreme has he has a nice little maze here in the middle that looks pretty scary. So I'm going to want to avoid that at all costs. And I'm going to see what it looks like if I change my team to a full Megatron Rush team. So a Megatron Rush team consists of mostly tanks and jets. Gunners can sometimes mess things up on you, so want to be careful. And healers can actually mess things up too, but I'm going to go ahead and keep one in there anyways, just in case things go haywire on me. So let's get in there and see what happens if I drop Megatron in the top left. See if I can skirt around that wall so I don't have to go into that maze. Okay, so Megatron, let's just pop him up in the corner. He's going to go after that build bot, and then let's see what happens after that. Okay, so not too pretty there, but let's go ahead and go here, and then I'm going to drop the rest of my team in the top corner and send Megatron up to this beam laser. So I was able to avoid a ton of that stuff. But wasn't able to get through. Okay, so Omega Supreme first attempt was a fail, so I'm going to try again. This time I'm going to try to rush up the other side to see if that makes a difference. And so let me get my team in here and let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to drop Megatron up here in the corner. And drop the rest of my team as he rushes this laser and drags everybody up with him. Oh no, there. So Galvatron is going to kill himself. Let's see if I can get everybody up to where they're supposed to be. Deal with these mortars. And the base is down. So kind of a cheesy way to do it, but going up the middle was too much of a death trap for me, so just had to zoom around the outside. So base 3 is down. Ultra Swagness is base number 4. Okay, so his mortars are nice and spread up top. This looks like a very solid base, very difficult base to take on. I'm going to try to rely on heavy gunners here. Let's go Brawl, Mixmaster, Onslaught. Bring Hook in here for some extra healings, and let's go Starscream too. Actually, we'll go Blast Off. He has a little bit more health, and then Scrapper for his damage shield. So let's see what this looks like. See if I can get through on my first attempt. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm dropping my gunners in the hopes that they deal with these guns down below without taking too much damage. Then my healers come keep them alive. Then we'll bring everybody else in. Going to swap out Hook for actually I'm going to bring Scorch in the mix. And let's try this team. So I want to do the same thing down here with my two gunners. Send them up there to begin to deal with these lasers. Go ahead and drop everybody else. This time Nemesis Prime is using his skill to keep my tank alive. And this healer will speed up everything. And that time, second time's a charm. So not pretty. 2 losses so far in my journey through Cybertron Command, but I have made it to the commander nonetheless. And we'll check out Vader Prime's base. Vader Prime is a real vet in the game. I think his base was maxed before I started playing, so tremendous respect for this guy. And his bots and his outpost are going to be very, very strong. So I really like this team. It was a fun team to use, so we'll go ahead and try it again. Okay, so he's got his laser turrets down at the bottom. I'm going to drop my gunners down here to begin to deal with those, hopefully without any repercussions, and go ahead and bring in everyone else here. Actually, let's So going to go ahead and use Scourge again to try to finish off that shock tower. And see if my team can hold up there, and no, they didn't. So didn't have enough healing, I think. And Strife was really powerful there. So let's try this again. This time let's add Hook to the mix. And instead of Brawl, I'm going to use Onslaught. And let's see. Let's put Galvatron up here. And Starscream. Actually, I'm going to bring Megatron into the mix too. Okay, let's try this team. See if we can get Vader Prime on our second attempt. Okay, so this time I'm going to bring down Onslaught and Mixmaster. It looks like my team is going around the side, giving me the option for a Megatron rush up here to the corner. Let's see what happens if I do that. And I think that can pull me up here to the missile launcher, and that should be game over. With Vader Prime dropping second attempt. So there it is, Commander is defeated. Base is down. So thank you Cybertron Command for the battles. Very tough bases. You guys are a strong alliance. Appreciate the battles.